Hey there, Rextoon here for another cartoon review. I'm just going to cut it short, and today I'm going to tell you I'm going to be talking about the popular FX cartoon show, Archer. I'm just going to say straight up that if you don't like extremely raunchy and sexual humor, this show is in no way for you. So, unless you still want to hear my opinion on it, I suggest you just stop watching the review right now and don't even consider watching Archer. So for those of you who decided to stay, Archer is an animated spy comedy show. Its humor is raunchy, its characters are charming, and it's got a bunch of other stuff that I'm going to elaborate on later to further explain my point on why I like this show. So, let's get started. First, characters. By now it's pretty much like a law or a custom for almost every character in a raunchy cartoon to A, be a dick to everyone around them, and B, be extremely weird. And Archer is no exception, with all of the characters delightfully hating each other in every episode and saying all sorts of weird stuff, especially the character Dr. Krieger. Here's some examples of his insanity.
What is it with serial killers and skin?
I'm not a serial killer.
Wait, why'd you emphasize serial?
I didn't. What? Are we doing? Did I mention I have a surprise? That'll do, Piggly. That'll do. We're not okay. Look at Vanispheres.
No, we okay.
Don't you touch me.
I am dealing with the break room problem.
Oh, good. You caught the, oh, wait, I had something for this. The PETA predator.
You know what?
Sorry, let's just call it what it is. Food rapist.
Each character has their own special brand of charm to them that makes them enjoyable. I also enjoy the style of the characters. A 90% realistic style is something that's almost never done. It's different. It works well with the show. I like it. I like the characters. Moving on. The writing in the show is also very well done. In a manner similar to South Park, its humor is very raunchy and dumb, but also smart, if that makes sense to you. Pretty much all of the jokes throughout the show are quick quips that are based on character interaction, which in my opinion is usually the funniest thing to do in a show. Just like Futurama and various anime abridged series also utilize this quick back and forth comedy style. As for it being raunchy, I honestly have no problem with it. I'm a fan of sexual humor as long as it's done well. And Archer, while it does it a lot, like maybe at least 3 sexual references per episode, it's done well most of the time. The only problem really being is, like I said, they do have a tendency to go a bit overboard with the references. But overall, as far as the writing goes, Archer does it very well. He knows how to mix raunchy and foul with quick-witted and humorous. Now on to visuals and animation, which I gotta say, while it isn't bad, it's the weakest part. Like I said, I enjoy the character style, but it does hinder facial expressions, which are always something I love in cartoons. Like, it's pretty much my favorite part. Along with lip sync, but I can forgive that part for the amount of head angles they use. Art bullshit, I don't know. Also, as I said way back in my review of that movie that is literally dog feces, Archer does this thing where they make bases like puppets and move them around in some form of animation, instead of having every frame be a completely separately drawn picture. Total Drama, South Park, and all of Seth MacFarlane's cartoons use this method as well. The realistic style also makes the action scenes look very nice, along with the CG animated backgrounds. So while the look of it is nice, Archer's animation is good, but it's certainly the weakest thing about the series. For story, there isn't really a lot, so I'm sorry, it's just, there's not really a lot of story to it. It's mostly just, there's a little story in every episode, and it usually gets resolved within like 3 episodes. But that's good. I mean, it's not something, this isn't really a kind of show that can have a big storyline, because it just would kind of suck. So yeah, that's all I really got to say about the story, because there really is none. But overall, Archer is a very enjoyable show. Funny characters, good humor, decent animation, and good balanced writing. It's the perfect kind of show if you love filthy but still quick-witted humor. This has been Rextoon, and I'll see you next time for another cartoon review. And also, sorry if this review was kind of short. That's pretty much all I had to say.
Lana. Lana. Lana.
What? Danger zone.